Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, what we are going to do is we are going back to our Java development videos for one or two videos. So basically, I have a requirement. I have a quick requirement to get some running server information. So how we can access running server information in a Spring Boot application? So basically, you can do that in so many ways. We will discuss some of the ways to access our information in Spring Boot application. So basically, two things we will cover on this: server name and port. So some of the method only provide the server port, but the other methods we can get the server name also. So we will go through each one and we will do a quick demo also after the end. So I create some slides. Probably it will be give us a better understanding of the scenarios or the method. Okay, so Spring Boot running server information. Spring Boot offers a ways to retrieve server name. That's just an introduction. I'm not going to that one. Using environment object. This is the most popular one. So if you search uh, any Stack Overflow or anywhere, you probably see this one in most questions and answers in the Stack Overflow for getting the server address and server port. So it's a straightforward. You need to auto-wire the environment variable or environment class, and then from that you can get property server name and also get property server port also you will get. And the second one using server properties, this is also another way of accessing the server port. So it's also a class. You need to auto-wire that server properties. That also straightforward. You don't need to do much of the calculation. Just use the methods that's available. So that's the second one. And the third one, value annotation. This is actually a limited use scenario. So the thing is you should have this properties value in your local, not local, any application properties file. Then only these things will work. And the other one, application listener. So if you create a component server info listener implement application listener, on that one public void on application event, uh, get application context, get web server, get port. In this method you will get all the information. So server info listener implement application listener server web server initialize event. So on that time, when the event is kicked off, you will get all this information you can store somewhere. And if you need to provide that information into some endpoints, you can you can take that from there. So you can just define a static final variables and set all these things there, or you can set it in a hazel cache or any other caching mechanism. That also fine. And also, if you prefer, you can save it in a NoSQL or a SQL database also. And the last one, using at local server port for test. This is a test only scenario. If you are testing something and you need a random port, you just define a web environment random port and you can use that port in this one. And you can write some testing based on that. So that's all the scenarios. And let me check. I already implement that in my local. So this is the application context scenario. Application context, besides we discuss, there are a couple of other scenarios also you can try. So in this one, what I am doing is like application context get bean environment class. Without directly accessing the environment, I am trying to use the application context and get the bean. Then from that, I'm trying to access the ports. We can run this. And also one of the things that I miss on the slide is the inet address. So this also will work. So inet address, the one thing that beneficial for us is like we don't need to Autowire the class. Just use inet address get localhost get host name. That probably also works, but in that case there is a side, yeah, there is some issues here. You need to use it's in a try catch mechanism, then only I mean there should be a catch block to catch unknown host exception. That probably will happen. So let's see what we can do in this scenario. So I need to run my server first. Then I need to access these endpoints. Then only I will get that all information. So let me go to that endpoint. So the endpoint is if I am running on my server, localhost 8080 is my endpoint. So here I already added that endpoints. So what I can do here, I already had that endpoints. We are just going here. These all some other properties that we can use, but we are not going to discuss. So many properties are there. We cannot discuss everything in a 10 minutes video. So that's the only problem. So here I will share what I use in that one. I mean in that endpoint. So just slash endpoints and it will print all these details into the console. So we are printing two things, hostname and also server port. And also if you are checking here, probably you can find some other methods, get host address. So this one all host address related, and inet address probably there is something else also. So there are lot of ways we will get all these things. So inet address I am seeing only that one for the host name, but probably we will have other things also. And here this one all OS related things. So if you are running on a server, what is the server host will be, what is the other information on that server, that also you will get using this one. So that's basically the system properties. So that all for today. Tomorrow we will again probably going to the SQL ones. We need to complete that one. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.